everyone, welcome back to my channel. Whoa, that's literally so weird to say. Like, okay, tangent. Did anyone else like really want a YouTube channel when they were little and so they pretended like they had a YouTube channel and like talked to themselves, or is that just me being weird? As you can see from the title of this video, it is called My Flute Story, and this idea was actually from @Jill.flutes on Instagram. She is starting this awesome series called Fluting with Jill on IGTV on her Instagram page, so you should really go check it out. It's really great, and her flute story video was so awesome, so check her out and give her a follow. So I think that the first thing that kind of started my flute story at the beginning of it all is kind of that my mom plays flute. So when I was little, I always saw her playing her flute and I wanted to be just like her. So she's kind of what first sparked my love for the flute. And she just inspires me so much, and she's honestly the reason why I'm playing the flute right now. She was kind of my first exposure to music. So I knew I wanted to play the flute in band, and I lived in New York, and we could start playing wind instruments in 5th grade. So I had waited from kindergarten to 5th grade. I was so excited. 5th grade came around and I ended up moving to another state, and they told me that I couldn't play wind instruments there until I got into 6th grade. So I was so bummed because I'd been waiting so long to play flute in 5th grade. But then I started on violin because we were allowed to play strings in 5th grade. So I played violin for a year. I did not like it, and I was not good. I was so bad. I could not wait to play the flute. I just didn't like it at all. So 6th grade came around and we had instrument tryouts before the year started with the band teacher, and my mom came with me. We had to fill out this little form that said write down your first, second, and third choice for instruments, and my mom wrote flute, flute, and flute for 1, 2, and 3. And I went into the tryout and I tried out all these things and ways to see how I would fit on each instrument, and the band director was like, are you sure like you want to play the flute, because I don't think you're a very good fit for it. I think that you'd be better fit for clarinet. And my mom was like, listen, she just wanted to play the flute since she was little because I play the flute, and she's playing the flute. That's it. That's the end of the story. Jenna is playing the flute. So that's the story of how I almost wasn't playing the flute. That's how I kind of started, and then middle school band happened and I absolutely loved it. Like, I honestly just completely fell in love with it. I loved playing in band. I loved playing the flute, and I was picking it up really fast. It was coming pretty natural to me, like how to hold the flute and how to play the notes. And I remember we had our first chair test, and my mom knew that I had it that day, and so she was like, no, you know, it's fine. It doesn't matter what chair you get. She wasn't the mom that was like, you have to get first chair. I actually got first, and I tied with the 2 other girls, and it was so crazy because I've always wanted to play the flute, and for me, for my very first chair test in 6th grade, to like tie for first chair, that was a huge deal to me. And then after I did 6th and 7th grade band, and I loved it, and then I actually moved again the summer before my 8th grade year, and I actually was given the opportunity to march with the high school that I would be going with the following year. I was given the opportunity to march with their marching band, and I started, and I was so scared at the beginning. I just moved cities. I didn't know anyone in that city, and I was gonna be a little 8th grader with a bunch of high schoolers, so I was so scared. 2 weeks into it, I was like, I love marching band, because I had finally found a place where I could belong, kind of thing. And I really found myself and found my personality and was comfortable with being that girl that loved playing the flute in that band. After that, I auditioned for the Governor's School for the Arts, which, if you don't know, because I know I get a lot of questions about this, is an arts high school that I attend to half the day while going to normal high school. So I auditioned for Governor's School, and I was so nervous. And I just remember that I was asked to play Happy Birthday, and I couldn't do it because I didn't have any concept of music theory, of transposing keys and all this stuff. I couldn't do it. I got to the second note. I went to my parents after my audition, and I was like, yeah, I didn't make it. And then a couple months later, I found out that I made it, and I was like in shock because I never thought that I could have made it. and I then started my freshman year of high school with governor's school, and I was also doing marching band at the same time, which was crazy, and it was so much work. Like, it was so much work because most people don't do that at governor's school. And then also my freshman year, I started flute lessons with my current teacher, and it was actually the first time that I had ever gotten formal flute lessons because my mom was my teacher and I didn't really have like formal lessons with her. She just helped me when I needed it. And then in my freshman year of marching band, I was given the opportunity to march piccolo, and that kind of sparked my like passion for piccolo. And that year I actually got to march in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium at the BOA Super Regional in Atlanta, and that was so crazy. And then actually in the middle of that marching season, I had auditioned for Senior Regional Orchestra on piccolo, and I didn't really think that I could make it because I hadn't really had that much experience playing piccolo. So I kind of just did the audition as best as I could, and I remember that night my band teacher messaged me and was like, hey, like, just wanted to let you know the results are here. He was like, you got first. I was genuinely shocked. I didn't know that I could do that because I didn't really have any experience on piccolo, but my passion for piccolo was kind of just growing, and that just made it grow more and more. Then my sophomore year came, I got to go to Europe with my orchestra from governor's school, and it was literally the most amazing experience. I got to see amazing orchestras like the Bavarian Radio Symphony in Germany, and then I actually saw the Berlin Philharmonic, which was the most incredible experience. Like, definitely one of those moments that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. That kind of just reaffirmed my passion for music. And also that year I made all-state band, and I literally met some of the most incredible people just by the end of the weekend. It was literally only like 2.5 days, but I felt like I was best friends with everyone in my section, like all the flutes, and I honestly just had the best time. I literally still talk to those people. I love them so much. So if any of you guys are watching, I miss you guys and I hope you're doing so good. Then my junior year, which was this past year, I did marching band again. Once again, it was my 4th season because I'd marched as an 8th grader, and I'd actually made leadership that year, and it was a lot of work, but it really paid off. And then in the middle of that season, I actually got the incredible opportunity to play with James Galway and Lady Jean Galway in their 80th birthday tour with a bunch of flutists from my area, and we got to play on the stage. We played Happy Birthday and then this cute little march. We surprised him, and it was literally one of the coolest moments of my entire life. Also this year, I auditioned for the Interlochen Arts Camp, the 7-week program and the 1-week Flute Institute, and I made it and actually got into the orchestra, and I was so pumped to go, but unfortunately because of COVID it got canceled. Hopefully I will be able to go to a festival or go there sometime. And then I actually auditioned for states on piccolo that year, and I got first in the state, which was kind of crazy. That's kind of where I am right now, or that's kind of what happened like before quarantine and everything. And through all this, like the COVID situation and being in quarantine, it really inspired me to post more on my Instagram, and I've really just loved being a part of the Instagram flute community and the community of musicians that are on Instagram, because it's so awesome, and I've gotten to connect with some absolutely incredible people and make friends through Instagram that I never thought possible. I just was really inspired to keep posting on my Instagram and stuff. It's grown literally so much, and I just enjoy putting videos on there and having you guys support me, and seeing other people and following their like journeys is absolutely incredible. All in all, I'm like super blessed to have been given the opportunity to play in such a variety of ensembles like flute choir, orchestra, woodwind quintets, wind ensemble, marching band. I'm just so blessed to have those experiences, but also just because of the people that I've been able to meet through all of them, because the people that I've met through music are absolutely incredible and they're lifelong friends. Music is where I kind of like found myself. I found that I could be that kind of weird girl that talks a lot and loves coffee and wears mismatched socks and is just completely obsessed with playing the flute and the piccolo. And I just have found my lifelong passion and my goals and what I want to do with my career and everything. And music has just given me so much, and I'm so grateful, and I cannot wait until the day that we can all play together again. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry if this video was kind of all over the place. I just wanted to share my flute story because this video was requested, and please check out Jill.flutes on Instagram. I will link her Instagram in the description. And thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!